So, it's true. I'm the oldest of the Garland clan. You've probably seen Jason and my sister Victoria.
Yeah.
They're funny. I was told that the light was really bright, so I brought my little Loaf N Jug rooster hat from the Loaf N Jug on Haines, where I grew up. Yeah, it's true. Like I didn't think I was gonna make it this old. Like the elders when I grew up, they were like, "Hey, that was just a field when I was your age." Mavericks was literally the field I sledded in as a kid. And now it's, where's Loaf N Jug? It's gone. Yeah, so actually, I have some notes, but I bought this book last week, and I don't know how to use it yet. So, in the future, when I figure out how to use this, hopefully I become funny. I got in really big trouble when I was a kid, actually. I grew up across the field, like I said, from Mavericks. You know where Mavericks is?
Yes.
Woo, yes.
Probably. That's where I like air up all my tires that always just like deflate. And I gotta like, fill it up, and it deflates, and then I gotta fill it up. And then after like 4 months, 5 months, I'm like, maybe I should get a tire. I don't know. But when I was like 6 years old, I was my parents rented the basement apartment in that really creepy haunted house across the field that I mentioned from Mavericks. And I saw some superhero stuff when I was a little kid. And I know, oh, you can hear me, sorry. And so on the outside of the house was a pipe, like thick, like maybe lead, I don't know. Lead pipe?
Probably.
We'll call it a lead pipe. Like in Flint, Michigan kind of pipe. Really rigid and strong. And it went all the way to the third floor of this house that I grew up in the basement, right? And I saw this Spider-Man thing, and I was like, dude, I'm going to climb onto the roof of the house. I'm 6 or 7, right? Really, really small. Boys Club kid, got beat up every day on my way. From Mavericks to Boys Club every day. You know, I got beat up every day. I'll be honest, that's why I wear ninja shoes now. People see my shoes and my big ears and they're like, don't fuck with Jimmy. Don't get pulling on his head, bro. You pee that way. The wind is this way. You pee over there. So anyway, I'm climbing up this pipe, and the pipe holds my weight because I'm like a little kid, you know? And I climb up. Maybe I'm autistic too, because I remember things you shouldn't remember. I don't know if that's on the 47 questions that you got right.
50 questions.
Out of 50, 47?
Yeah.
So,
Highest
one of
score I've
those.
ever seen.
Yeah, 47, right? That was your score?
Yeah, out of 50.
I remember that. I don't
He's
know if
gotta
that's
beat
on the
that.
list. Anyway, I climbed up on the top of this house, and there was like a little tiny little pitch. It's the first place I could get on. So I get onto the little windowsill where the top room is. I had no idea in my brain that it's actually my landlord's daughter's bedroom.
Oh no!
I had no idea. Okay, I mean, I figured this out later. 'Cause there was curtains. There was nothing happening, dude. I was like 6, and the landlord comes home. Landlord, Mr. Doug, dude. He's like taller than Batman, like 6'4" something. I'm like, you know.
That's how tall Batman is.
Batman's as tall as my brother. He's 6'2". 6'2", Arkham Asylum, he's 6'2".
Oh, okay.
That's on the list. So he gets home, and he parks his truck. He points up at me, and he's like, Jimmy, you get off of that house right now. Like, Mr. T mad. And I was like, what did I do? You know, I'm like, I just climbed up the house, dude. That's cool. He was not happy. He thought I was being all, you know, weird with his daughters. So,
Yeah.
so he comes in the house. I know how to get back down. Actually, the climb down is harder than climbing up. If you get up, you know, like the down climb is harder. So I climbed all the way up to this house, and the only way to get back down is like the landlord comes up opens the window, lets me into his daughter's bedroom, and then beats my ass.
Oh.
Straight up gave me a licking. Like my little brother told you in another joke about, what's her name? Forgetting her name.
I don't know.
Yeah, survived her lickings too. But he actually beat my ass. And this is like a Northside thing that people don't talk about. Like back in the day, people like everyone raised everybody, and probably bombing tonight.
You're doing fine.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
This is my last meeting. Am I over time?
No, you're
Am I
doing
30
good.
seconds?
You're doing fine.
What?
You got 7 minutes.
You get 7 minutes.
I get
started
7
time
minutes?
late.
Oh,
We started late, so you have another minute.
okay, I'm rushing myself too.
Yeah, you got one. You got 1 minute.
According to your phone, you have 1 minute.
It's my
Almost.
phone.
Okay. So, I'll throw base. That's the only thing I remember from Spanish class. Central. I graduated from Central. 2 years of Spanish. But then, oh, this is the joke I was trying to set up. Okay. So you heard I'm the only kid out of my family that got to go to college, right?
Yep.
Eh.
The only one to go to college. But I chose to go to a 2-year Associate of Art Science art school. So it's not really an undergraduate degree. It's like go get a job. And so when I moved back to town 3 years ago, because I've been gone, I left in '99 as soon as I could. There was no nightclubs back then. There was no comedy clubs. There was barely any like bingo halls, karaoke bars. Like there was nothing to do. So I was like, I'm out. And I've been gone for like 22 years ish.
Ish.
So when I got back to town, the first thing I did is I went to that Loaf N Jug. I think I mentioned it. The one that's all boarded up now because it's too dangerous to go there. Yeah, so that's the Loaf N Jug I used to hang out at as a kid. I think I mentioned that too. But I bought this hat at that Loaf N Jug. It's the last thing I bought, and then 2 weeks later, it was boarded up. I was like, damn, dude, I got here just in time. I got here just in time.
Told you.
So, it looks like I have 40 seconds left, so I'm gonna, or maybe. So, my very first Loaf N Jug, not this story, but my very first Loaf N Jug story, I was pretty good at school. I stopped getting beat up. That was funny.
Oh.
Right here, yeah. So I got a little bit of change, some nickels and quarters and dimes and whatever. So I took this penny candy money and I walked from that creepy haunted, farmhouse right below the Mother Butler Center, like in the shadow of the Mother Butler Center. Farmhouse. It's funny. So I walked across this field that was Mavericks, all the way to this place. I get some penny candy. They give me this, I think it was called Mini Mart back then. Pretty sure it's Mini Mart. Before it was Loaf N Jug. 7-Eleven. Before 7-Eleven, it was Mini Mart.
Oh.
I'm from the 70s, guys. I'm old. So I have this bag of penny candy, and I'm just minding my own business, walking home. And I see this little baby garter snake. Pick up the snake, put it in the bag, look in the bag. Oh, you did good, Jimmy. You got a snake. So I go home, and I go into the kitchen, and I'm like, hey, Mom, check what I got at the Mini Mart. And she just reaches her hand in the bag. She doesn't even look. She doesn't even smell. She's just like, Jimmy couldn't hurt a fly, right? Pulls out a snake, screams to hide it. Like looking up. That's funny. And my mom will never put her hand in the bag ever again. She knows it could be a snake. Jimmy could have brought him a snake. I don't know, that's all I got.